Look.
Listen.
Taylor.
It's Look, Listen, Cast with Geese Guyera, everybody. Episode 59, where we talk about the Pokemon Anime Horizons number 16 this week, and other things, like we always do.
And
Taylor's included. Let's make it very clear. Taylor's here.
Hello.
Taylor?
Welcome.
Hello, welcome. Geese is here as well.
I'm here.
Every Friday, you get to hear us talk about all sorts of things, mainly what we were looking at, watching, playing, eating, and then an episode of Pokemon Horizons, the new Pokemon anime. You'll love it probably, right?
Today's a very big day. Do you know why?
No, I don't.
Is it another anniversary? It's nobody's birthday.
It's the day that I'm going to get a haircut.
Oh,
wow.
no.
Nah.
Clambos. You may think to yourself, oh, a haircut? Wonderful. I'm sure she booked at the best stylist in the place. Isn't that right?
Look, the last
Taylor.
time I got a haircut was 2 years ago. And I got approximately 7 inches off. And it was too much. And I cried for weeks. So I've been putting it off. But since I'm here in Wisconsin, I was like, I bet it's cheaper than Maryland. And it is. And I went and I found the cheapest haircut I could find for approximately $30.
Which is cheaper than my haircuts as just
Yeah.
short hair normal man.
So it's going to be interesting.
Are they going to use the corn shears?
I don't know, but she's cheap because she's new.
I thought you were going to say she's cheap because she's bad.
She knows her
I'm-
value.
I'm sure Josephine will do just a fine job.
Justified.
And if she doesn't, then at least it was only $30.
How much are you going
What
to
do you
have
mean
them take off?
All of it.
I think probably 6 inches.
But 7 gave you a panic attack.
So 6.
Okay, it was more like 9 inches last time. My hair is down to my butt at this point.
This is just like Taylor's mom's story about wearing the shorties. Just gets more embellished every time.
Oh, God.
Clambos, let's move on to watching, playing, eating this week. Okay. You could, a billion guesses, you'd never guess what I watched, which was some of a documentary on the dark side of bingo.
That sounds sick, actually.
It's just a bunch of old people playing bingo. I got a kick out of it.
What's the dark part of it?
Yeah, I didn't get to that part, but the first part, they seem to be having fun. And then I played Yakuza 7 because it's so much fun to pretend you're in Japan and walk past vending machines and hear them speak Japanese, and you're having a wonderful time.
It's incredibly good.
Good
Yeah.
game.
Well, there's just so many other games that came out. It's such a big game. It's such a commitment. How am I going to beat it? I don't know.
It's not as much as Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah. Also played Fortnite Gamers. Didn't win, so that was a waste of time.
Have you ever won?
Yo, what? We win every other day, probably.
I always assume when I see somebody playing a Battle Royale style game that it's impossible to win. And there's no way you're going to win. I imagine myself playing it, having a panic attack, and losing.
If you're playing solos, yeah, that's only a 1% chance. But we play squads, so it's a much higher percent chance. There's only 25 teams.
We usually get second place.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Second place normally. First place, like what? 20 to 30% of the time?
When's the next time you're playing?
We play all the time.
I'll play one. I'll play one.
Okay.
Okay. I won't play one. Never mind.
Well, I'm having a haircut tonight at 7:45, so I don't know the logistics of that.
Josephine's just going to show up with the corn shears, cut off some amount of length. You're going to cry for a little bit, and then we'll play Fortnite.
Hold on, Clambos. I need to make it clear that's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. She just said the most classic sitcom line of somebody tries to make plans. Oh, I'm washing my hair that night. I'm sorry. I'm getting a haircut.
One of my first times calling a girl to ask her out in high school, she told me she had to clean her room.
Got him. And then, of course, Clambos, I ate delicious double beef bowls yesterday at Yoshinoya. It was better than it used to be. Maybe it's just a
Really?
location-based thing. So I'm going to this location now and dumping a ton of their red pepper stuff and a ton of the soy sauce, and it's tasty. Yum, yum, yum.
What I mean, that other location was South Central.
They're all in terrible locations. Whoever is in charge of, I guess, choosing where Los Angeles Yoshinoyas go needs to be fired immediately. Unless their directive were find the cheapest plot of land in the most dangerous area possible, because then they knocked it out of the park. But
It's probably the case.
okay, Glambos, one last thing I forgot to mention last week. I had a mint chocolate ice blended add cold brew from Coffee Bean. Normally, I'm not a Frappuccino person. It's been many, many years, like a decade since, more than a decade. Geez, more like 15 years since that's something I would order. I just go for cold brew. But like always, everything was attacking me with this delicious looking mint chocolate ice blended drink. It's like a Frappuccino. So
Especially with how hot it is.
oh my God. I see so many other people drinking it. I see ads for it, advertisements on my phone. I see it left in a refrigerator. Somebody had one, and I buckled and I lost it and I ordered it, and it was incredible. Completely worth it.
Yeah, you can't hold up against that.
Can't.
Mint plus frozen beverage?
Oh
Nah.
my God. Get out of town. So it was one of those where I got it and I looked at the color and I went, oh, is this still going to taste minty? Took a sip. Absolutely delicious minty.
I don't like mint and chocolate together.
God, it's so good though. I don't understand.
It's not, I don't not like it. I just would never choose it, you know?
I have to be in a mood for it.
Oh, well. The Shamrock Shake at McDonald's, you can tell if it's going to be good or not based on how green it is. If it's basically white, then it's not going to be a good Shamrock. Geese, let's hear about your watching, playing, eating this week.
So there's still a bunch of pasta salad left, but here's the good news, everyone. So here's a little recap of the pasta salad situation. Aaron made pasta salad using a recipe. He did 3 times the amount of lemon juice he was supposed to, so it was very lemony.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is like Liko's recap at the beginning of every episode.
Yeah, because she did say this before.
So I had a big brain moment, Geese Peeps big brain moment. And I was like, how do we counteract the lemon? Let's throw in some salami.
Oh,
And we're gonna get some hot banana peppers.
So you add some fat, which is fundamentally sound, with the great salami, and then you go double the banana peppers.
Yes, and it tastes so much better now. And I pour some of the juice from the can of the hot peppers into it and stir it in. It's so good.
I can't imagine drinking a juicy or eating a juicy bowl of pasta salad.
Please don't say juicy.
Not juicy. It like gets mixed in with like the cheese so it absorbs.
Too many juices.
You're basically eating like a Greek salad.
Like a Greek person.
Noodle. I like it.
Basically under the orange trees.
It's delicious. Anyway, I fixed the pasta salad. We still have about half a giant bowl of it left. So I'm just going to keep on eating that. And then Aaron made stir fry yesterday, which is good.
Oh, no way. I made stir fry yesterday.
No way.
What?
Yeah.
Geese, can I get a burr, 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 burr?
Yeah,
perfect.
That's fine.
Got him.
And yeah, but I'm not gonna eat stir fry because I don't want to eat rice right now because I'm having some tummy issues.
Question from the court.
I'll allow it.
Isn't that one of the top things you're supposed to eat if you got a tumbo is some rice? Rice, applesauce,
potatoes,
But
saltine crackers.
Tummy issues is that I'm having trouble pooping, and you should not eat rice if you're having trouble pooping.
You know what you could do? One, add fiber, as you know. Great way to do that, Bonza pasta or an equivalent like chickpea pasta. So I made it with Bonza rice last night.
Well, I'm hoping the grapes, my recording grapes, are going to help with getting things moving.
You may need more than that, but yeah.
All right, Geese, how about that Star Trek Strange New Worlds?
We watched an episode of Strange New Worlds, I think episode 3, and it was kind of boring and very, I don't know. It's not my Star Trek. Honestly, like, it's really upsetting me that he doesn't have a beard anymore.
Just watch Yellowstone.
But anyway, it was fine, whatever. But Aaron and I have been watching this YouTube channel where it's a bunch of Matchbox cars on a little homemade like rally track, and there's two people who are doing like rally commentary, and they're really good at it actually, and they sound super professional. It's entertaining meta story about like the quote unquote racers. I don't know, guys.
After much anticipation, it's finally time to
That looks cool.
That sounds so sick, Geese. Taylor, why don't you tell us about popcorn, I suppose.
Well, I'm still playing Final Fantasy 16 every chance I get. It's after beating that game, I highly encourage everyone to go back and play it again because it's a very quick game when you skip some of the side quest cutscenes.
I've heard if you're not doing side quests, you're not watching cutscenes, you're just donezo.
There's a major time skip halfway through the game, and I got to it in like maybe an hour and a half.
Nice.
Or 2 hours. Something goofy quick. So I've pretty much just been playing that. What a game. I can't imagine how anyone gives that under a 9. What an incredible game. And yeah, just eating a bunch of popcorn. Popcorn, sandwiches, stir fry, you know.
Very sick, very sick. All right, Clambos, it's everybody's favorite part of the week. Poker news of the week.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Everyone stop. Poker news of the week.
Good job, Geese.
This is hot off the presses from Sarah B. Episode 2 of the series I mentioned last week, Path to the Peak, is up. This little girl is going to her first regional championships. Which, if you asked...
You were talking about yourself. You're like, this little girl is going to the championship.
No, the main character of Path to the Peak. Now, my problem with this storyline, Glambos, you don't go to regionals. You don't go to regionals after you played one game in a little school league. That's like going to EVO after having never competed in a tournament. So,
oh, that's going to be rough. I hope they're not like accurately documenting the entire experience.
She's going to lose so fast. Poor girl.
It'd be cool if she got some opponents who understood how to like cultivate a competitive environment for kids where they're like, oh man, that was real close. You almost did it. Instead of meeting somebody who's just like their first turn is 25 minutes and they just win.
Yeah, that's what happens. Poor children. But at least in the Pokemon tournaments, they do have the age bracket. So she is going to play against another child at least.
Oh, okay.
Geese, Geese Peep, regular Geese Peep, could you throw us over to perhaps Taipei today so we could speak to reporter Geese Peep? I don't know why we spend so much money sending her around the planet to get the weather.
Yeah.
You got to spend money to make money.
That's a good point, too.
Let me just wire her in.
Yeah, just go ahead and
hardwire her in.
Hello? Well, can you hear it? Can you hear us?
Hello? Hi,
Who
I'm
is-
sorry. If you can't hear me, there's a little interference from the storm that's going on.
And a predatory cat.
Reporter Geese Peep, are you okay?
We lost her. Guys, I think we lost her.
Oh, no.
no.
Oh, God.
In memoriam.
This is just like the lightning fields of Final Fantasy X all over again. The poor girl.
Jesus.
All right. Well,
I'm sure she's fine.
this may be the end of Reporter Geese Peep. I guess we'll find
No,
out
it
next
was
week.
just
Don't-
it was
don't
just
go to Taipei.
interference. The signal dropped. I think
Oh,
she's
all right.
okay.
All right,
Oh,
sick.
okay. I'd love to see that actually unfold in a news network. Somebody just saying, "No, I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry
I'm
about
sure
it."
she's fine. I think I've
Next
seen
segment,
that.
Next segment.
On one of those news bloopers, I'm pretty sure I've seen something like that.
You
There is
love
a-
those news bloopers.
Hey, now. because they got to remain professional. They can't be like, oh God.
News bloopers are some of the finest bits
Oh.
of media available.
They are very good. Because, and you Clambos know why they're so funny. It's because the professionalism required at all times makes any reaction to something silly just tenfold in humor. It's something.
If you're on the news, you can laugh less than if you're on a live sketch show.
Oh, are you kidding me? Yes. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Guys, I'm kind of worried about my haircut.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you clearly went with a very highly regarded member of the community to do the cut.
What? You
So
want me to
that's
pay
good.
$54 for a haircut?
I mean, it happens once a year.
Well, at this
less
rate,
than that.
every 2 years. So
When I got my haircut recently, I booked it and it said, here's your barber. He's super professional. He's the manager of the place. He's been there for decades. And I said, all right, sick. And then right before then, I see an update on the thing and it says, here's your stylist. She's the last one on the list. Listed experience.
Bought scissors.
So I quickly called and said, is it possible to perhaps move up my appointment 2 hours? Because the thing is, on the website for the haircutting establishment, it shows the hours that all of the stylists work. So I just booked it before she gets in, and then I got somebody who knew what they were doing.
Okay.
where, when you go to the barber, do you also get like a shave?
No.
No, I have maybe once in the past.
I
feel
only
like
did
that
it
would be
in
fun.
Tokyo.
Ooh, so sick.
It was fine. I don't get it because people really go on about getting a professional shave and how it feels and everything. And afterwards, I was just like, oh, yeah.
I mean, I sure get ASMR watching those videos. Oh man,
Did they do the one with the single blade
straight razor.
where they threatening you while they shaved your neck?
No.
Geese. They would never.
Never. They would never do that.
Clambos, let's move on to episode 16 of the anime this week. Geese, what is the name of the episode in English? Ego.
Episode 6 is what it is.
Got him.
As long as I'm with Quaxly, I can do it.
Or in Japanese, Kuwassu to Nara, Dekiru yo.
Yeah.
Clambos, this intro threw me for a loop because it seems like we are still in a recap of last week's episode. They're even playing the recap music, but then the scene just continues and we get new information. So be careful if you're somebody who tries to skip recaps or something. Who gives Dot a Pokeball?
It's
That was-
Frito.
I was very on the note of talking about the intro. I was very surprised by it because it was like a 2-second recap. I lost my memory. Now it's back. Let's fight.
Dot receives a Pokeball from Uncle Frito's. Turns out, Clambos, even though Quaxly and Dot have been best friends this whole time, she's never been interested in being a Pokemon trainer, so she's never officially caught Quaxly.
It is very funny how awkward that would be.
So turns out, Clambos, this is going to be her first ever Pokemon catch. And I was laughing because the exact same thing happens that has happened with all of these Pokemon, which is Dot kind of throws the Pokeball, not great. So Quaxly does half the work of literally running up and jumping into the Pokeball.
I mean, people cook her meals. Frito gives her a ball. Quaxly catches itself for her.
Yeah. But the same thing happened with Fuecoco, right? Roy just threw the ball and Fue jumped up into the ball. Anyway, the gang is all here. The team is assembled. We got Dot, we got Liko, we got Roy, and now we're ready for action. Oh my God, the music's going so hard. Obligatory apologies for the people who are going to watch this in English. You are missing out, I'm sure.
Gonna get some fun circus music.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Do.
Oh, you know, they could save it if they just played that particular song.
Isn't
Isn't
that
Yes, Geese?
the March of the Roman Cavalry? Isn't that what that's called or something?
There's
What?
no way.
The circus song is called...
with the
yeah, because it was like based on like Roman military parades.
How did they? No.
Hold on, circus.
Listen to my
Song.
favorite song, "Flight of the Valkyries." Dun 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 dun.
Entry of the Gladiators. I was close.
No way.
Yes.
Play
That's-
it. Hit
they
play.
were-
Play on the microphone.
Yeah, let's
For
hear
the
it.
listeners.
Okay, I'll look it up on my phone. Hold on, everyone. It's by Julius I don't-
Caesar.
God, I was gonna laugh if you just said the name of a contemporary artist. Well, wait a minute.
This is from
This is
Star
the
Wars.
beginning.
Yeah. Hang on. Oh, the gladiators. They're coming to kill you.
Oh,
I knew it was Roman or Greek or something, and there's
how far
military.
they fell.
Oh,
No.
now they're just monkeys on balls and peanuts.
Imagine showing that to a Roman cavalryman who gave his life for with that playing in the background.
Well, anyway, everybody's still in the Levincia City Square, or should I say circle. Am I right?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
military march. I'm reading. Sorry, I'm still reading
I'm
about
sorry.
the gladiators. Yeah, it's a military march. So, like,
God,
back in the
imagine being
days-
scared for your life because you hear that song coming.
yeah.
It starts out so strong too.
Yeah,
that
it's a-
intro.
It's a good intro.
All right, sorry. Go on.
Geese Clambos Fuecoco is so sad because he wants to fly like an eagle, just like Charizard. Now, I got bad news for Fuecoco. I don't know if he knows who he evolves into, but the boy's not going to be able to fly ever.
No.
I do like how this is just perpetuating the idea that all of Roy's Pokemon have the best faces.
Now, I will say, maybe one day, spoilers, Skeledirge could get a flying Terra type. Also, secondary spoilers, there's a whole thing with Fuecoco's lines design involving a bird. So he does get a little bird friend who can fly. So that's interesting.
Guys.
Clambos, it is Detective Rotom time. We're going to figure out who's the mystery man. We're going to figure out how we know that he's so close because I don't think that's ever revealed.
Intuition. I do like how Roy is just immediately like, let's go run over here.
Oh, yeah. Roy's our
Because
boy.
he likes running everywhere.
He loves running. It sounds like some Ace Attorney investigations going on. The camera, Clambos, it pans up to reveal the video billboard we discussed last week, showing the little Sprigatito soda commercial. And then, Geese, it switches to a different commercial.
For
Do
a
you re-
luxury cruise ship.
A luxury cruise ship sailing out of Levincia. He must be in the ship. In a ship, they deduce. Again, not clear to me how they know that.
It's just nice when the writers know something, so the
Yeah.
characters know
As long
something.
as they know. As long as they know. Everybody sprint to the docks, to the port. Oh, poor Dot Geese. Oh, the poor girl. She says, what does she say, Geese?
She said she's done enough running for several years.
At least 10 of them. She is not a runner. She's not a sprinter. She's not built for this. Roy is built different, as we all know. Oh no, Clambos, they missed the ferry. They're never gonna make it. Although there is a very cute Ralts in this scene, being held by a dad with glasses, standing with his daughter. Andeo! Yells out Dot as the ferry swims away. Wait, boats don't swim. What do? They sail away?
Fly.
Sail away. Come sail away.
I mean, if you think about it, it is swimming.
But don't worry, Frito's just gonna fly over there with his Charizard. And he lands on the boat. Oh no, oh man, oh gee. There's an adorable little Solosis here, being held by a little girl. And then Frito says, is there anybody suspicious up here?
As he lands with a giant Charizard on the deck.
And then a very suspicious man with a very sunken face wants to battle. Oh, God, it's time for a battle. I was very scared in this scene, Clambos, because Captain Pikachu takes his hat off and just whips it behind him, and I thought it fell off the boat. I thought he was going to lose his little hat.
I feel like he's too clever for that. You know what's kind of interesting with these two just kind of randomly fighting on a boat deck? I don't think I've ever seen a battle happening in the background of a scene in Pokemon.
Oh, happens all the time.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Mainly
wow.
in the movies. But yeah.
Oh,
He's
very,
just-
like you can see it in the distance.
Oh yeah.
Evil Man throws out a Bisharp, a very cool Pokemon, evolves from Poniard, and, important to note, has a new evolution in Scarlet and Violet, King Gambit. So
This man has got cheekbones for days.
he does, Geese. Then we cut to Murdoch, Oreos, and Molly. They're talking to Liko on FaceTime. They're going to look for clues. And I know I say this every episode now, but this is another episode where we're following a lot of different people. So we're going to cut to. We cut to Ludlow and the salami. He does more little poems and analogies. Do either of you recall the words he said? Something about Pokemon.
Something about following through.
Some about
I just want to know who this mysterious old man is.
Ludlow, our boy. We cut to the kids. They're discussing the pendant, everything it's done so far, talking about how it's Liko's treasure. And then, Geese, what happens to the ancient Pokeball that Liko has?
It starts to glow.
Oh my god. Arboliva's Pokeball is glowing? That can only mean one thing.
Can she just call upon that Arboliva whenever she wants to?
I doubt it. Or maybe if she learned how to, I don't know. But it's glowing. That can only mean one thing, Geese.
It glows after a shady van drives by, and they start looking for the source of it.
And Quaxly notices the van before the ball starts glowing.
Yes, it means the pendant is nearby. It's time to split up again, Clambos. It's our favorite thing to do. We must not stay together.
They should really have Frito carry around one of the balls and just fly around the city with it and see when it glows.
Holding it up.
They couldn't contact anyone because Magneton nearby.
So Liko just starts screaming into people's windows at this point, asking questions. Quaxly knows what's up. He runs straight onto the ship. He knows that's where the van is. He knows that's where the pendant is. Quaxly's a smart Pokemon.
Quaxly's very competent.
We cut back to the battle with Captain Pikachu and Bisharp. Fritos realizes that this sunken face man with the cheekbones is not Spinal, our big old villain right now. Thunder Punch! Oh my god, we knocked out the Bisharp. And then Clambos? Fritos really intimidates this man. He says, answer me. And I was thinking to myself, this is not an Ash and Pikachu moment. You would not see that in the old anime. Even with big old Team Rock, you wouldn't even see Giovanni do something that intimidating.
It's a
Who do you
serious
work
episode.
for?
Who do you work for? Basically, Christian Bale.
Swear to me.
Exactly.
Who do you work for?
Got him. And then Murdoch calls. This is where we learn about more of the signal jamming. And Fritos flies off. Oh no, Clambos. Behem jumps in front of Dot on the suspicious ship. Geese's gonna delete her memories.
Oh no.
But then, what happens right as Behem is about to delete and change all of Dot's memories?
Quaxly gives him a big old slap.
It's the Quax attacks! And it scares off Behem for now. But Geese, we can't call
Yeah?
for backup because of the signal jamming. And oh no, now Magneton is behind them. Behem is going to surround them. What brilliant idea is Dot going to have to come up with to save themselves?
It actually is really smart. She tells Quaxly to do Aqua Jet,
Water gun.
water gun right into the air so that there's a giant column of water shooting up so Roy and Liko can find her.
It's a signal. Now, I personally, this is my opinion, I'm a little surprised that Liko and Roy immediately knew that that was Dot and she needed help. But did I miss something? Did they already know that Dot was on the ship?
No. they
The
didn't.
writers did, though.
Yeah, the writers did. That's all that matters. So they ran and jumped on the ship as it moves away. Oh, God. Go ahead,
Liko
Missy.
barely makes it.
She runs.
It was such a funny little boat jumping scene because there was so much intensity building up to it, and when they finally jump onto it, it's just like level with the ground and very slowly moving.
Yeah. Spinal gets on the Bluetooth and tells both Magneton and BEM to work together to use Electro Ball. Oh my god. Geese. Electro Ball goes straight for Quaxly. But does Dot yell at Quaxly to dodge it?
No, she gets flustered and he gets hit.
It is her first ever battle.
Yeah. Spinal's disappointed that she's not a good trainer, not worth her time, and Dot starts apologizing and saying she's so sorry for not yelling dodge. But I gotta say, and this is the commercial break at this point, and we see the little tag back and forth. Spinal's outfit? You know, maybe he's a villain. Maybe he's done a couple bad things in his day. Still a sick outfit.
Very sick.
Those dark and light colors of mint, a very tasty treat.
And
with the cape.
With the pose, too.
Whew, he was looking sick.
So sick.
Oh, my God.
Guys, I'm sweating.
Yeah, it's very hot. It's terrible. Magneton, use Electro Ball again! Oh, no. Geese, it's curtains for Quaxly. How's he going to survive this?
He's saved by Sprigatito.
Quick attack, Sprigatito! We got him! And then I started laughing because of Roy. I suppose uncharacteristically, I don't know. Roy just says, Spinal, you're a coward
so funny.
For using that Bluetooth remote to tell them what to do.
Just yells out, you're a coward.
Yeah. And then Spinal threatens them with more memory loss, which is very scary. And Behem starts to remove their memories. But then Fuecoco uses Ember.
Couldn't they just close their eyes?
He's probably keeping their eyelids open. If he can psychically move Electro Ball to kill everyone, spoilers, then he can keep a couple eyelids open.
Spoilers, everyone dies.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, honestly. TBH. Okay, now we get everybody screenshotted. You already know. What I asked, what anime does this anime think it is? Because we now get a scene, now that the whole gang's together. We got the wind blowing in the air. We got Dot. We got Roy. We got Liko. All their hair blowing. We got Fuecoco. We got Sprigatito. We got Quaxly. And we're all looking. We are all looking so sick. What anime would you compare this to? That would be what, like a...
I mean, The Avengers.
Sure. The anime The Avengers is what...
Yeah.
Then we cut to Fritos flying fast over the water. And then we cut to the adult women asking sailors for help. They're also filling in Fritos on what's going on over the Rotom phone.
And the Rotom phone is effortlessly and consistently keeping pace with Fritos.
Oh yeah, Rotom's great. Then we cut back to the kid battle. Magneton, Electro Ball, Quaxly, Water Gun, BM, Psychic. Oh my God, Clambos, I feel so bad for Quaxly. The poor boy can't stop getting hit. I don't know how much HP this Quaxly has, or if she's been using potions off screen, but the boy's taken a lot of electric hits, and he's a baby starter poke.
He's a baby.
Just a baby. Oh man, Clambos, here we go. It's the moment I've been mentioning about 10 times before it actually happened. Spinal's so sick that he decided he's gonna tell Magneton to Electro Ball. After the Electro Ball is thrown, BEM is going to use his Psychic to control the Electro Ball so he can just target down any Pokemon. It doesn't matter where they are. You can just follow them with Psychic. It's so sick. Sprigatito, and this is making me laugh. Sprigatito, use your best leafage.
I love that that's an option. Just... No, but make this one really good.
Yeah, use your second to best.
Sprigatito does use the best leafage. I gotta admit, it was a very good leafage. It pretty much took care of everything.
Super effective.
Well,
I mean, would
no,
it be
not
against
at all.
BEM?
It's not super effective. scientifically, it's not 2 times a week to anybody, but it's
The
just
heat.
it was a very, very good leafage. It got rid of the electric ball. I'm impressed. Now, quick attack, water gun, ember. But Geese, Magneton goes up super high so he doesn't get hit by the ember.
And he goes up super high because this is my favorite iteration of Dodge It so far, because he actually gives a specific direction instead of just like,
Ascend.
don't get hit by that giant attack. He's like, oh no, ascend.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh no, we'll never be able to hit him up there. Wattrel, fly up there and peck. And Geese, how does Wattrel get up there to try to peck him?
He bounces on Fuecoco's head to give him a little running leap, and Fuecoco does not like this.
Fuecoco is furious, Clambos, and Fuecoco's losing it. He gets so angies, he shoots off an ember high enough to hit Magneton. Nobody can believe it. And then Spinal says, ridiculous, which... Geese, what happens now in the middle of the battle between Fuecoco and Wattrel?
They squabbling.
Oh, there's no time to squabble. At this point, Dot can't believe she's in an IRL Pokemon battle. It's a great time to have this realization.
I just don't like that they are just using words, IRL, viral, stuff like that.
I'm sorry, Taylor. Get with the times. God, boomer. Jeez. She blushes.
Man.
Go, Umbreon. Umbreon coming out of nowhere. Did he get teleported in? Who's to say? You Snarl. Snarl is a very effective dark type attack for anyone curious.
It was called like Bark Out or something.
In Japanese.
Right?
Water gun. Uh-oh. Umbreon's way too strong, Clambos. But what if Liko were to summon Terrapagos, is what I thought to myself, but it didn't end up happening, unfortunately. Umbreon is too strong. But then, in the little van, the little container containing Liko's pendant starts to shake, and then what happens?
It starts to glow. And it gets too much. And he's like, I gotta get out of this van.
He, of course, meaning Spinal. Is this van gonna explode? Because there's a lot of light, Clambos. We're in trouble. Oh, there is terror light everywhere. He can't breathe, I guess, because he's covering his little mouth. I don't understand that, but all right. The pendant jumps out of the case. Sprigatito grabs it with his little teeth and then jumps into Liko's arms. I guess Spinal is blinded or has a headache now because he's covering one of his eyes. Go, Umbreon! Oh, geez, Louise, the giant light is shining, and oh, man, Arboliva. That's right, the ancient Arboliva from the Great Adventurer's Tales pops out. Frito sees the whole thing, by the way. He's just flying above them, not helping for some reason.
He's probably using this as like they'll find their way.
Geese. Arboliva looks at Spinal. Is Arboliva pleased?
No.
That's correct.
Umbreon is like tugging on Spinal's pants like, yo, dude, we gotta go. I can't handle this. Spinal looks like a maniac. He's like, ah.
Yeah, Spinal's very impressed with Arboliva. And much like, spoilers, much like coy Fritos from before, I think he wants to keep this little information to himself as well.
Guy's a freak.
Umbreon wants to get them both to safety, so he's biting on his clothing, yes. Trying to drag him to safety. Then they escape, and I'm laughing because the kids are just sitting on Arboliva as it floats away on its back, away from the boat, just to, I guess they'll make it to shore, hopefully.
Oh, they confront Spinal and like question him.
That's a great question, Geese. That's
Because they got to run away.
But Frito's right there.
No,
Frito-
but they have to run away. I don't think you understand. They have to run away. It's written in the episode. They have to run away.
The script. Frito could fly down, arrest the man.
But he's not even a full-time professor.
We get very clear cut confirmation right here. Spinal does mention Master Gibeon to himself. Well, maybe he's talking to Umbreon. Who's to say?
He's speaking to himself / Umbreon like, No wonder Master Gibeon is so interested in the pendant.
Yes.
Because of that Arbaliva.
Then we cut to the salami. It's still nighttime. Liko feels bad about all the danger she's putting everybody in over her little pendant. And then Geese, Dot comes out. And they try to talk to each other, but what happens?
They pull a Taylor and talk at the same time.
Listen,
Oh my god.
you look at those audio records at the bottom.
Anyway, they both try to awkwardly talk to each other, but they're both shy little girls. And then they start saying, "Thanks for saving me." And Dot says, "I'm sorry." Liko gets real confused when Dot's saying, "I'm trying to tell you something." And Liko says, yeah. And Dot says, "What, you already know?" And she says, "Yeah, you're a big Neato Thing super fan." And Geese, what happens next? What does Dot reveal to Liko?
She is Nito's thing.
Yes.
I love how she is kind of channeling the what I assume is all of the audience's frustration. It's very amusing because Roy's dense, but
I know.
Liko is aggressively unobservant.
I also liked how Quaxly kept yelling at Dot to make sure that she told Liko. I thought that was cute.
Let's make it clear, Clambos, if it weren't for Quaxley's coaxing, Dot would not have revealed this because she was being way too shy. Liko screams, Clambo, she can't believe it. She's losing her ever-loving mind. She can't believe that Dot, her friend, has been Neato Thing the whole time. Okay, now Taylor, since this is your favorite part of any episode, we're cutting to you. Spinal is in the Neon Genesis Evangelion room. Please tell us what happens next.
Just talking to the ridiculously eclectic and eccentric group of Kingdom Hearts villains that are making their way into the show.
Exactly.
They are too eclectic. I cannot wrap my head around the girl with the pink hair being in a Pokemon show.
The whole scene is completely out of place. This is exactly what you see in any anime with an ensemble villain cast, where they all look completely distinct. You see it a lot in, like, what's that one that's running now?
Taylor's Anime Minute. It begins.
Demon Slayer is the most popular currently running one where it has that. But they're all just like these ridiculous caricatures, and it's real fun and everything. But I'm shocked that it's in a Pokemon show.
We got evil pink hair girl with bandages in her hair that doesn't make any sense. She's laughing, making fun of Spinal. We got red, black, white hair man.
I really don't like pink-haired girl. She's very unsettling, and it's so not Pokemon that it really takes me out of it. And then there's mummy lady who's got bandages, and then there's a guy who's got some sick hair, and then there's butler with sick hair. I think that's all of them.
Yeah, and then they all disappear because this is just an augmented reality room, virtual reality. And it seems like Clambo's, because they were disappointed in him, and by his little outro soliloquy over here, he did not reveal what he saw because
He's plotting.
he's plotting. So he says in a very mischievous manner, "Well, I can't report unverified information now, can I? Because I'm just a little bit too curious."
I thought you were going to say, because I'm just a little baby.
Just a little baby.
I'm like a bird.
He did go real insane.
Yeah.
I don't know why seeing Arbaliva made him, his eyes did the thing where the pupils shrink and the whites get massive, and he started talking at the ground, and now he's like, I'm curious too. Like, I don't know where he went from very calm,
He's
calculated
obsessed.
villain. Yeah.
All right, and that's the end of the episode, Clambos. I hope you enjoyed it. Geese, let's take it into Professor Frito's Uncle Seminar.
Today's Pokemon is the Moonlight Pokemon Umbreon, which is one of Eevee's evolved forms. Something is particular to its evolution. What is the key? Is it A, the sun, B, the moon, or C, meteors?
It's, of course, B, the moon, because Eevee can only evolve into Umbreon at night.
That's correct. It's a Pokemon that evolved from Eevee after exposure to the moon's energy pulses.
Ooh.
nocturnal and stronger when moonlight is more powerful.
And then we get a cute little picture of Captain Pikachu and some Clefairies and Umbreon looking up at the moon, and Umbreon's cool little rings are glowing because it's in the moonlight, like always.
Are Clefairies the ones that have to be evolved with the Moonstone?
That's
Yes.
correct, Geese. And they're from the
Right.
moon.
Are you proud that I know that?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. How did you guys like the episode? Taylor said he enjoyed it.
I did.
Geese?
I liked it. I think I liked it. I don't know.
You didn't like the villain thing at the end, huh?
Yeah, that really threw me for a
So
loop.
it's very out of place, but at
Yeah.
least it gives you something to look forward to with each villain. So that's looking at kind of the road ahead. When they fight Bandage Girl, maybe they'll be in a pyramid or something like that. So that's fun.
I wonder if this means that we'll get one of those appointed villain to be the main person chasing them now. And I wonder if it's going to be either pink-haired girl or bandage lady or guy.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be Pink-haired Girl because she talked the most.
Yeah.
Did you say
I
they're
hope
going to
not.
fight Bandage Lady in a pyramid?
That's my
That's
assumption.
very funny. That's one thing. Here's what I hate about a lot of shorts I own is you try to drink your little water, the condensation starts to drip onto your little shorts. Looks like you peed yourself. You didn't, but how are other people going to know that?
Well, I mean, that could be negative, or that gives you carte blanche to pee yourself.
Carte blanche.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm still okay. As far as how do I feel about this episode, Clambos, I'm still chasing the high of a couple episodes ago where we caught Watchroll. Great episode.
What an episode.
What an episode.
Great episode.
This one's fine. It's not bad. It's okay. I'll give it. It's in the better half. If we chopped up the episodes and had to rank them, it's certainly not in the bottom. So good work.
A lot more happened. Everyone was getting a little bit more autonomy with what they were doing, and we got to see that.
We got to give the episode some points for A, the big reveal, and B and C, the sick moments. Sick moments, of course, being when did everybody's hair being sick, and Frito's pulling a Punisher and literally killing a man.
I think the animation was particularly strong in this episode as well.
Oh, that fight with Pikachu and whoever he was fighting where he used Iron Steel Thundertail?
But Shark,
Great.
Generation 5. Very sick.
When he was fighting Shark Town, that was real sick.
Not Shark Town. All right, let's move it on to the wrap up, everybody. Geese. What? Geese? What would our social media be if we were to have some? Hypothetically speaking.
It's Look, Listen, Cast on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Oh.
Thank you to Keith for artwork. You can find him on twitch.tv/KeithSquared.
Shouts out to Professor Ticklebits for our website. And what else, Taylor?
Boilerplate.
Thank you to all our supporters. You can support us by going to looklistencast.com and clicking the link for Spotify for podcasters and or anchor.fm. Also, if you listen on podcast feeds, which you probably don't because more people watch on YouTube, there's a button right there you can click as well. Thank you very, very much. Please recommend this podcast to your friends and grandmas and cousins and
Grandmothers.
We already said grandmothers. We already said McDonald's. We need another one.
Brother-in-laws.
And brother-in-laws and
Pizza Hut.
And Burger King workers.
Ooh.
And every week we end with a question, Clambos. This week, I hope we haven't used this question. I feel like we've used this question.
I have a big question for Geese. Did you really say you like Whataburger fries more than McDonald's?
I mean, they're pretty good.
Where did this come from?
Last
where
week?
did you-
I've been thinking about it.
What?
Last week. When did she say that last week?
I thought you said that.
I
Didn't
said
you say
that
last
like
in
week?
the potty?
16 episodes ago.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned
Maybe
it though.
more.
I just had a little, when Liko was at the top of the building and all of a sudden she remembers meeting Sprigatito for the first time.
Oh,
It was like one of those moments.
I think this episode is better than last week's episode. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Okay, Taylor, do you not know what a squishmallow is? If
I do, and I have one.
right,
right next to me.
Well, that's not a Pokemon, Taylor. Oh, why
But
do I
it's
feel like
still
I'm in a Vombo out of nowhere?
No.
Because
No.
Gordon the Shark is making you feel sick to your stomach.
Why do I feel nauseous?
All right, let's wrap this up then.
Wrap it
Yeah,
up.
too much condensation on the shorts.
Question this week comes from Elton John. Which Pokemon do you want turned into a Squishmallow?
Rowlet.
Aw, cute. I think he does have one coming, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen one.
I thought you were going to say Gloom.
Oh, that's also very good.
If it could be giant, I would obviously say Snorlax, but I feel like maybe that's probably been done or been done too much.
Chansey.
I'm gonna say cast form.
Ooh, that's a good one. Again, I am not a Squishmallow expert. Should I have done a little more research before reading the question? Perhaps. But every name these people, these two humans, I keep saying, I keep thinking to myself, I'm pretty sure that's already a Squishmallow. And I got to keep it boring with Magmortar because he's my boy. Just give me a big old Magmortar Squishmallow. Thank you so much, Elton John, for the question this week. Now we will arrive in the section I'm creating, calling closing comments before we say goodbye. Oh my god! Okay,
Someone's attacking Michael.
they're invisible.
Guys, I think I have to poop. So let's.
Yeah.
She's got a poop. I got a Vombo. What's Taylor?
We got vomit. Well, I'd like to take a couple times to really think about episode.
Taylor's sick and he needs to leech. He needs to get his bad blood out.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye everybody. We did not have enough.
Bye.
I need like 4 goodbyes and all different characters because we did not get enough Hatsune anything this week, if we're being honest.
Yeah, that's
with
true.
each other.
Goodbye.
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 What goodbye was that, Taylor?
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Pete. Thank you for listening to the Geese Pete Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company.